All right, y'all. Hey, no big intro. I'm kind of heated. How we feeling, y'all? How we feeling, chat? Happy Saturday, unhappy Saturday. How we feeling? My blood's kind of boiling. Missed that field goal, so that's nice. But man, shouldn't even have given up that big screen on third down. Ah. How we feeling, chat? Sound off in the chat. How we feeling? I'm looking at the box score right now. So obviously the one interception shouldn't be an interception. We have to obviously look that one off. And obviously there's a lack of a ground game. That's obviously been a bit of an issue lately. But I think tonight it's for a specific reason, if I'm going to be honest with you. It looks like they're stacking the box, and Cam's doing really well with the football. I mean, obviously he missed a couple throws, but I think he's been on target for the most part. I think the receivers are eating. Hey, what's up, Eric? Sound off in the chat, man. How we feeling about the first half so far? Welcome to the Chalupa and Friends halftime stream. You guys know how we do it. This is where we come to complain or celebrate. We try to keep it real and give our authentic opinions on the first half. I will have two special guests joining me. The rest of you start calling dog. Barron got tackled at one point. Defense needs to tighten up. Yeah, that hurry up is giving them fits. They need to tighten up. What's happening, Eric? How are we feeling about the first half, Eric? Yeah. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. Jesus says, or Jesus says, the no huddle's kicking our you know what, and we look confused. They do look a little bit confused sometimes with the no huddle. Communication is going to be so important in this second half. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just promoting the show. Communicating is going to be so huge coming up in the second half, especially with this no huddle, bro. Like talking, making sure everybody's lined up, making sure everybody understands their assignments. Like, I don't think people understand just how huge that is right now, especially with this no huddle. Hey, what's happening? What's happening, Max? Max is like the brain and the engine behind the entire Flow Sports Network. Always love seeing bro in the chat. How we feeling about the first half? I feel like we good too. I feel like we good. I feel like we good too, Brody. I ain't gonna lie to you. The penalties obviously are a bit of an issue, but Cam 12 for 18, 223 yards. They have no answer for Zay Horton. Zay right now 5 for 58 for 1 TD. We need to keep feeding Zay. Like, they got nothing for him. Running the ball a little bit more efficient, but they're stacking the box. So I like that Cam is checking the ball down, taking what they give him. I'm not worried about this game at all. I'm just a little frustrated because we should be up by 20. Eric said, Chalupa is it me or does his team seem very strong? Yeah, nah, all credit to USF, by the way. Like, USF is playing on fire. Like, them boys came out and, like, they're on a mission tonight. They're mentally tough. They're physically tough as well. Like, that quarterback, obviously, huge shout out to him too. All right, first guest on the Chalupa and Friends halftime show. Y'all know how I do it. It's ain't about me. It's about my friends. And this is a first-time guest on the show, but y'all all know this person. Hey, she just hopped out, but she's going to hop back in. But one of the coldest to do edits. I think all of us know that. Jazz will be joining us on this halftime show. She will be right back. I think she was just backstage. So when she gets back on, I will pop her on. But it will be her first time on the show. But I know all of us are no strangers. There she go. One of the coldest out there to do graphics. And I mean that. How we feeling, Jazz? How we feeling about the first half?
Ooh, can you hear me? Just wanted to check first.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you good.
Perfect. Mixed emotions. I'm just glad we made it to halftime, shall I say.
That's how I felt too. Mixed emotions for sure. But are they? Let me ask you: are they mixed emotions out of frustration, or what? Break down that mixed emotions for us. What you feeling?
A little bit of both. I mean, I think for the most part, I was funny. I was in a group chat a couple of days ago, and I was telling the group chat was like, it should be a blowout. And I was telling them I don't think so. You know, away games are big time games. USF kept Bama in the game for at least 3 quarters, and I told them like I was afraid more so of our own penalties and turnovers. Just like the UF game, I felt UF couldn't beat us. I felt like we could only beat ourselves, and I felt the same way regarding this game. I just felt like USF was better coached than UF, so it was going to be a tougher matchup. And I ended up being proven right, unfortunately. I think the game started off a little lackadaisical on our end. I felt like we came in a little bit, you know, not on edge, not ready to play. I felt like USF, they have nothing to lose, which they don't. And they're playing like that with more fire, more energy than we were. And then it started off with the penalties and then the turnover, which wasn't Cam Ward's fault. It was more so Jacoby George. But I just think those issues is kind of like, you know, it affected the game and it gave, you know, USF energy that they needed to spark. Same way versus Bama. Bama had a lot of turnovers. So like I said, I felt like, you know, can only really hurt ourselves. So offensively, I feel like we got back on track and we're fine for the most part. Offensively, I just feel Cam Ward has missed a few, you know, passes, but you know, I feel like we're fine offensively. I'm a little nervous about our defense. I just feel like, I don't know, our defense they just don't seem ready tonight. This is something that should have been expected because Coach Golish, he plays with tempo. He has to. He's going to play with keeping your defense on the field. He's going to wear you out. I just felt like that's something we should have been prepared for. But it doesn't seem like we're that prepared, or at least sometimes you can't copy something in practice compared to the actual game, and that's just how it's looking right now. So,
but the communication is the issue for me. It's when they're going fast, they look confused we look confused on defense. Like even early in the game, there's confusion on offense that we haven't seen this year. At one point, Cam is changing a play and Sam Brown is screaming to him like, bro, I have no idea what we about to do. And then Cam snaps the ball, immediately looks to Sam, and I'm screaming, please don't. He has no idea what you're thinking he's supposed to do on this play. So it seems like the communication is just off. I think that's going to be the key for this hurry up because you're going to get tired. It is, but it's South Florida. It's hot. Look, right. It's hot. Y'all know how hot it is down there. And them big boys in the trenches are going to start getting a little slower. So the communication is going to have to be key in this second half for sure. Hey, Will in the building. What's happening, Will? How we feeling about some missed opportunities in the first half? I think so too. I think though, I wouldn't say we're playing bad. I think there's just one or two plays where we've been undisciplined. We were like hella undisciplined on that screen. But think about it. If we stay disciplined on that screen, you know, I just think there's one or two mistakes. One thing I did want to touch on, Jazz, I saw you made this point on Twitter. A lot of people are asking, why are we running the football? And I keep saying, well, they're stacking the box, but they're not listening to me. So can you break down what you're seeing and why Dawson is making that adjustment to the short passing game? Can you hear me? I don't think she can hear me. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Yes. Sorry.
So one of the things we kept getting asked about, people kept commenting early as well, the run game hasn't been there today. And I saw you tweet about why. Can you explain to the chat as to why Dawson is having to make that shift to the short passing game?
Yeah, I just think they're doing the same thing Ball State tried to do. They're stacking the box. Like they're making Cam Ward beat them. I don't know. USF is playing with a lot of confidence right now defensively. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to limit how much we put Cam Ward on the field, which is why their offense is taking up so much time. And that's why they also had trick plays and special teams when they try to do an onside kick. They're trying to limit how much we put Cam Ward on the field. But then the few times that they do have Cam Ward on the field, they're trying to rush Cam Ward. That's the point. They're trying to rush him. They're trying to see if he can cause turnovers because they know that, you know, usually when he's rushed and if they're blitzing and they're stacking the box, he's going to come out and he's going to try to force a play. They're purposely trying to make him force plays in a timely manner so that they can try to get interceptions. They could try to force him to turnovers. That's what they're doing. Ball State tried to do the same thing by stacking the box. The difference is Cam Ward's he hit his throws last game. That's the big difference. This game, he's missed a couple of throws. He missed Chris Johnson. I mean, Chris Johnson is so fast. He underthrew. He put too much air on the ball. He underthrew Chris Johnson. That would have been a touchdown. Easy. He missed a couple of throws tonight. But, I mean, at the same time, you know, if you look at those throws and Jacoby George, that was a great pass. If that wasn't intercepted, that could have been a touchdown potentially. We'd be up by 2 or 3 scores.
Yeah,
exactly. We'd be up by 2 or 3 scores. And this wouldn't be a problem because if we're up by 2 or 3 scores, that would help our defense. So, you know, I just think they're using the same defensive game plan as Ball State. The only difference is Ball State don't have the weapons offensively that USF has, and they don't play the same tempo. Like I said, USF has way better coaching than the past two or three games that we played. They're just a way better coaching staff. Golish was amazing at Tennessee. They have DVD as the DB coach. I mean, they have much better coaching, and I think people, fail to realize that, which is why I feel like this game was going to be a big game.
Coming into the game, I was like, look, one thing we do know about this team, like they're going to play hard, they're going to play fast. You take on the identity of your head coach and usually your leader, who's your quarterback. That kid is tough as nails, and you can see that reverberating through the entire team. Like, that is a tough team. And the DBs were going to play man, and they're going to be athletic. How do I know that? Because they're DBs. So I know two things about his DBs. They on an island, and they athletic. We know that for sure. Got to welcome my second guest on. He ain't no stranger to nobody in this chat. Go of this YouTube thing. Coach, I ain't even going. I'm going to just back up, bro. How we feeling about the first half?
Little rocky, baby. Little shaky, baby. A little shaky, baby. But you know what, man? I mean, one thing about teams, you go through this kind of adversity. I hate the fact it's USF, but it is what it is. Even as I can't even say we're playing bad, but we're not playing great. But we still on top. We're making big plays. We just got to eliminate the big plays. Once we eliminate the big plays, and that happens, man, and it's just football. It's part of the game.
Coach, what would you do? What would you tell the defense about this hurry up, about this tempo?
Actually, I thought Coach Cristobal should have took a timeout, kind of like a basketball timeout, right? About 4 minutes in. That 19-play drive is long. When you start getting into the 10, 11, 12-play drives, and they're doing it in a hurry up, it starts getting long. So you need just that timeout just to gather yourself, get your win, make your substitutions. Because one thing I'll give them credit is that they didn't make substitutions. Therefore, it didn't allow us to take a breath. Yeah. So that was smart. That's good planning by them, And you could tell this was planned. This was part of their game plan. So I'll just say to you, Chalupa, man, when you get in those situations, you got to find a way to calm down, like in basketball. Take that time out, regroup, get your win, make substitutions, whatever you got to do. I think we took it a little late in it, like when we got the 3rd and 1, and we took it.
Then he took it. Yeah, I was thinking also sometimes in basketball too, you take that time out just for communication. Like, all right, hold up. You're like talking out there. Like I think at some point you can see. You get tired. We've all been there. No matter if it's work or sports, you start getting tired, and you don't really hear somebody that's 5 feet from you no more, dog. You just hear wah. You just like, hey man,
hey man, you hear your blood pressure in your
ear. Yeah, you start hearing yourself breathe. You mouth getting dry. And then you peek over the sideline. Your homeboy got water. You like, yeah. Man.
You like, keep going. Keep fighting.
And here on the sideline, like, hey, bro, let's go. You like, damn.
And you have to be honest, the crowd gets louder, right? So when the crowd gets louder, I mean, it is deafening. You in those stadiums and those bowls, and that roaring is just like, roo. That's just how it sounds. But, like I said, I think they'll be fine. Definitely second half, tell the two halves. They use some plays. Some of their trick plays, which they should have, but that tells you too that they have to from a talent perspective. But you only got but so many tricks in your bag, right? So
yeah. And when you pull them out early, that kind of lets you know, all right. What I love Guidry's game plan of, hey, let's keep Brown in the pocket. Let's force him to throw the football. I think that was a good way to start this game off, but I feel like we need to start getting some pressure on him now. We need to start disrupting the timing of some of those short throws with Atkins. I like that Porter's on him. I think Porter's probably the best guy for it. Damari's not here today. So I feel like Porter's the best guy for it. I think we got to interrupt that timing, though. Them quick outs, we got to interrupt that timing. So we about to get back to this game. And one thing I love to do is I like to assign both of y'all the coordinators. So since I already gave you defense, I'm going to give you offense. Coach Hayes, you're going to be Dawson. Jazz, you're gonna be Guidry. We're gonna start with you, Jazz. What changes would you make coming into this second half, and what are you telling the defense before we get out there?
Like I said, like you said, actually more pressure and rotations. This is why Mario tried to build depth. for this exact
Yes.
reason. For these type of games. I mean, we're not going to
and all of them got them snaps early. This game.
Exactly. We're not going to face this type of offense, this type of tempo a lot, but for these type of games, this is exactly why depth is important.
I agree that rotation part, because none of us have really brought that up yet, but man, we're gonna have to get deep in that rotation in the second half, because you already see guys like Barrow and Barron, they taking some licks in the trenches, and eventually we need our horses healthy for the second half. So you may see some McConaughey. You know, we saw Justin Scott coming off the bench. We see Armando Blunt. Sometimes in a game like this, go ahead and throw them young guys out there with their heads on fire. Let's go. Look, you got this gap. Just go, fam. Maybe that's what they got to do in the second half. All right, Dawson, what we doing? What changes we making?
First of all, Jazz, I apologize. How you doing? Coach Tripp. Good. What I'm doing is attacking the perimeter on the run, off tackles, use our speed. I think we're faster than them. Use your speed off tackle, attack the perimeter, not necessarily throwing it, but running it. And if I want to attack the pass game, is in the middle of the field. You see, middle of the field has been open for him between that 10 to 25 yard range, sitting right in those bubbles. You see, people keep throwing it to Restrepo. So what? If he open, hit him. I mean, we've seen 4 different quarterbacks, from his roommate to Ja'Cory Brown to Emory Williams to now Cam Ward, find him as their number 1 receiver. So we can call favoritism, you call whatever. I got favoritism for those who ball. So guess what? Keep balling, my man. Keep balling. Hey, and that's what I'll say at the end of the day.
I'd feed 7, and I would keep feeding Horton. They don't got an answer for him. It don't matter what DB has been on him tonight. They don't have an answer for his size and speed combination. I would keep feeding him.
And I'll say this, same thing with Damian Martinez. Let him do what he does. Wear you down. Wear it down. You understand? I know we want to score a bunch of points, but do what they done to us. It's hard to keep hitting a 235-pound dude over and over and over and over and over. Shout out to Marshawn Lynch.
and Fletch too. And then because you got the legs, you got the healthy legs. So pound him with Damian. If Damian get tired, that's cool. Swap him out for Fletch and give him more of the same.
And then guess what? And you got Lyle and Jordan, CJ on the speed demons. Come on, man.
Keep pounding the rock. Thank y'all so much for coming on. Everybody in the chat, smash the like button, and both of their links are in the description. Their Twitters, you can go hit that link, go follow them. Jazz is the best doing graphics on the planet. Coach
awesome.
Hayes, go to YouTube. He everybody my goat. Everybody watch his videos and try to learn from him, including me. Thank y'all so much for coming on the halftime show. Final prediction for the game. Let's start with you, Coach. What you got?
Oh, we in the 40s, man. I give him another stinking field goal. So I'll say 45. What is it? 18? Give him another field goal.
Yeah. Same. I'm probably going to go 45-28. I think they're going to score some more.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 45-21. I think they get 2 more field goals. I think they get in the red zone, but we've been bending, not breaking a little bit. So I feel like they snap out of it and they stay disciplined. Look, thank y'all so much for coming on. I cannot wait to see us turn up in this second half. Y'all click them links in the description and go follow them right now. Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate it, Jazz. Awesome work, Jazz. Awesome work.
She the go, and we know it. Everybody know it. Hey, hit her up for your graphics. Recruits, I know y'all watching this. The ones in the chat, hit her up for your graphics. Thank y'all so much. We out.
Peace. Y'all check out the post game. We out here.
Check out Coach Hayes' post game.